In this class, we will talk about fine-grained permission control. Here are two sections. The first section is visualized permission control, which includes control permission by department position rule on toolbar permission, cell visible or not, cell new value, and sheet permission. First, let's save the template as visualized. Then let's log into the decision-making platform. Add template to the directory. Choose the type data entry. Now let's go to the directory, and we can see there is a template called visualized. Let's take a look at the toolbar permissions. There are a couple buttons on the toolbar. Let's go back to the designer and select template. Edit permissions. We can see the server toolbar permission setting. We can set as data entry page. Here is a button called Add Record. Select it. At lower left corner, we can see the Technical Support Director. Uncheck the box of Visible. Take a look at the Configured rule, and we can see the Technical Support Director is already shown here. Close and save the file. Go back to the decision-making platform. Exit the administrator account and log in with Alice, because Alice is a technical support, so we log in with her account. And we can see under Visualized, on the toolbar there is no add record, because we cancel the permission. And we try to log in with another account named Charlie. And we can see here is the Add Record button. This is a toolbar permission control. Then we will talk about the cell content control. At B1, B2, and B3, we entered Anna, Alice, and Jack. And we select Template, Edit Permissions. For the rules, we select Technical Support First Line for Anna. And for B2 and B3, we uncheck the box of Cell Visible. We can see the Configured rule. There is Technical Support First Line and Technical Support Director. We also check Technical Support Chief Dispatcher. Select B1 and B2 and uncheck the box of Cell Visible. And we can see here for the Chief Dispatcher is already added to the Configured rule. Finally, we select Technical Support Director, which is Alice. We select A2. Add a new cell value. Alice new. And take a look at the Configured rule. We can see Director, Shift Dispatcher, First Line, They are all shown under the figure rule. Save the file and exit the account. Login with Anna. Take a look at the visualized, and we can see Anna can only see Anna's information. And we use Alice's account. We can see Alice can see everything because she is a director. And we use Jack's account. Jack can only see his information as well. We just finished talking about visualized permission control. Then we will talk about section 2, function permission control, which customizes permission control through dataset parameter and through conditional formatting. Here is a list of parameters and functions. We have 3 parameters and 2 functions. The first parameter is find username, which gets the platform username. For example, find username is equal to Anna, which is pick whose username is Anna. The second is find rule, which gets the platform rule. For the super administrator, find rule is super users. For typical users with rules, find rule is equal to intern. Find rule will return all rules of the user. For example, if one user has 2 rules, for example, intern and rule 2, when we use find rule, it will return 2 strings. The first is intern and second is rule 2. The third is find position, which gets the platform department and position. It returns the JSON of department and position. For example, find position equal to departments, HR, job title, director. For the functions, the first function is get user departments, which gets the platform department. For example, get user department equal HR. The second function is get user job titles, which gets the platform position. For example, get user job titles equal to director. Let's create a new template and name it function. Log in with the super administrator. Add a template function. The type we choose preview. First, we will talk about customized permission control through dataset parameter. Let's add a new database query. The where in the query here is adding a parameter username, which gets the information corresponding to the username. Let's select all the columns and drag it to the report. Select from left to right. Add a title row. I will use the account of Han Wen, who is one of the salesperson. And we can see the salesperson is Han Wen, and he can see all the information about himself. And then I will log in by Fenling. Sunling can also only see her information. Then I will talk about customize permission control through conditional formatting. And let's use a super administrator to log into the decision-making platform. Let's add a rule for Han Wen. Let's add an intern and select Han Wen. And you can see Han Wen is an intern here. Let's go back to the designer. If we don't want the role intern to see the product type, we can set up the conditional formatting. Select product type and add a conditional formatting. For the attributes, select column width and it's 0. And we use a formula. We use a parameter find rule, which is equal to intern, and add it. This is when the rule is intern, the column width will be equal to 0, which will be hidden. Let's save the file and go back to the decision-making platform. Log in with Sunling, who is not an intern. Sunling can see all the information, including product type. And we access and log in with Han Wen, who is an intern. And we can see the product type has been hidden. If Han Wen has more than one rules, what will happen? Let's use Super Administrator account to log in and add a rule for Han Wen. We add a rule called outsourcing. And we add Han Wen to the rule. And we can see Han Wen has two rules, intern and outsourcing. Let's go back and log in with Han Wen's account. Han Wen can see the product type again because there is no condition formatting on the rule of outsourcing. So we need to do further adjustment about the conditional formatting formula. And we change it to find intern. Find row is greater than 0, which means when the row including intern, it will hide the column. And we modify the formula and save the file. It's still Han Wen's account, so we just refresh the page, and we can see the product type has been hidden. So finally, let's take a review of what we just learned. The first is visualized permission control, which control permission by department position or rule. On toolbar permission, cell visible or not, cell no value, and sheet permission. And the section 2 is about function permission control, which customize permission control through dataset parameter and through conditional formatting. For the parameters and functions, we have 3 different types of parameter: find user name, find rule, find position, and 2 functions: get user departments and get user job titles. That's all about fine-grained permission control. Thank you for watching.